While the stock Rubicon rails do provide some protection, they are body mounted and they don't stick out far enough to really protect the rockers. So let's remove these and get the new ones installed. I chose these Billy rockers from Nemesis for a few reasons. One, they look amazing, and two, they're frame mounted. I knew I wanted to have a frame mounted Rockslider, one that no matter how much abuse it took, it would not flex up and cause any body damage. There's a lot of R&D I can tell that went into building these, and they're held into place to the frame by 18 bolts per side. So there's no chance of these flexing up and hitting the body. I also like how they're a combination of steel and aluminum for weight savings. And they project off the vehicle just enough that I believe that any roost coming off the front tire is going to not hit the side of the body and cause any rock chips, etc. The first step is to get these sliders up in place utilizing the 5 factory bolts. Once these sliders are up in place, that's when you can mark all the holes to be drilled out. Make sure you take your time marking your holes to be drilled out. It'll make installation much easier. And while you're drilling out your holes, this is the time I took to paint these sliders. They are a tight fit, so you might need a BFH to help you out. So, since you have 26 holes to drill, do yourself a favor. Get a good paint pen, center punch, take your time marking the centers of those holes. And then go out and buy a set of brand new drill bits, because you're going to be drilling those 26 holes. These drill bits will wear out fast. These 1/2-inch drill bits wear out the fastest. I ended up getting 3, and all 3 of them got worn out. Your final hole is going to be the 1732. So I ended up getting 2 drill bits, and I could tell the second drill bit was getting pretty worn down towards the end. They do recommend red Loctite when you do the nutserts. For me, I just bought this 3/8 mandrel nutsert tool, and then I just got a 3/8 bolt and a 3/8 nut, and that's how I installed them. And it's always good to before you install your nutserts to deburr the edges. From there, you're gonna need a couple of 9/16 wrenches, 5/8, and obviously a right angle impact driver is going to help you out a lot. And make sure you use lots of lubrication when you're doing your holes. It is recommended to use red Loctite when installing these nutserts. Nutserts are not hard to install. They're just time consuming. Here I'm showing you the method to the madness. This is showing the 13 nutserts on the passenger side, all completed. Here you can see I had to notch my skid plates so that the bracket would bolt up to the frame. There are also 4 nutserts that need to be installed on the billy rockers as well. And here there's about 5 clips that need to be installed on the billy rockers as well, right before installation. Make sure you apply anti-seize to all bolts that will go into your nutserts. The next step is to bolt on the inner aluminum structure to these billy rockers. This part of the video is showing you the tight access down to those holes at the bottom where you must insert a bolt and nut. That gap there is too small to get your hands in, so you either have to use a magnet like I did or tape your nut to the end of your socket. Again, this is showing the tight access. You will need a 1/4 inch wobbler to tighten these nuts up. Here is the inner skin installed. Make sure you have a magnet handy and a 1/4 inch wobbler. And this is the final piece. If you enjoy working on your Jeep as much as I do, 30-degree weather is not a deterrent. And there she is, JL Billy Rockers by Nemesis. They look amazing. They follow the body lines perfectly. Hopefully this video was informative. You learned something from it, enjoyed it. Consider subscribing. See you on the trail.
That's so